Hello, hello. I hope you had a good weekend and that this week is going to be a good week for you. Even so, the world is holding their breath with so many sad news and suffering. And this is also why I'm doing this video. It is horrible to see what's happening, and we all are very concerned to see the suffering. And we all wish for peace. Actually, everyone wants to have peace and wants to have a thriving life. So because of that, of course, it's difficult for all of us to see. And this, what we are going through right now, reminded me on what I did in 2020. In 2020, when COVID hit, in the first 3 days, I felt very blessed that I had all these trainings. The training how to have a positive mindset and some knowledge about brain science, but also the spiritual trainings that I had. I felt very blessed because I knew how to pose myself, how to be still in balance. And that led me to the idea to create a course in that time. But I wanted to write a book at first because I wanted to have some understanding how people are thriving in difficult times. And so I did research, and I found quite a lot of interesting people which went through very hard times, like 35 years in prison without committing a crime, or 6 years in prison without committing a crime, or being even in the concentration camp, and so many others. And also the story of my mother. When my mother was about 16 years old, she had to flee from Lithuania to West Germany because the Russian army was behind her. And so I also interviewed her many years before about her mindset, and she did tell me. So with all that research, that book is not written, I only did the research, I only have some notes. What was very interesting, what I found was this, that all of these people I was researching, they had 5 things in common. They had something like a blueprint how to get through difficult times. The first point was that they believed into a higher power than themselves. What I mean by that is the source, God, prime creator, God, Goddess, however you want to call it. Something like this. And then they also had an intention where they wanted to go after that situation. They had a very strong intention, and it could have varied. One person had the intention he wanted to ride a bike through the mountains. The other one had the intention want to hug his wife without barriers, and so on, so on, so on. And this was like a guiding force. This was like an anchor which they were clinging to. Not to be in that situation, but once the situation is gone, they will do this, this, and that. And the third thing that they were doing was that they were taking really good care of their mindset. They were monitoring their thoughts and feelings. Then the fourth thing was that they were helping others to also have a good mindset. Maybe not the best one, but at least a better one than they had before. And the last one was being creative. I know some people are saying, oh, I'm not creative. Every human is extremely creative. But it's not that we are going to create a Michelangelo painting. No, it's not about that. Even if you cook an elaborate meal and you create something out of your own ideas, it's creative. Or think about children when they paint pictures. It's very creative. And of course you can paint pictures. And even if you think they are not good, but if you start like this, actually you're opening up for creativity. And you will see that your own creativity will even expand more and more and more. So being creative is also a very important part. And now I want to share something else, what I'm doing and what I have learned from 2020. In 2020, of course, the moment we had the first lockdown, I was researching like crazy. I wanted to understand what's going on. I wanted to understand all aspects of it, how a virus is working and why is the virus there, why people are suffering, and so on, so on. So I went from uh, America to UK to Germany, and online, of course, I was researching everywhere. And I was doing that still in the night until I fell asleep. But the effect was that my sleep was very bad because I was waking up again, or I couldn't find sleep. So many ideas and thoughts just going through my mind. And so my sleep was very disrupted and not quality sleep. And we all know that quality sleep is important because it's helping your brain to reset, to digest all the data we are accumulating over the day. So I created a new structure for myself. And the new structure I still have. So what I do is when I wake up in the morning, not really awake yet, but this moment where you're starting to get awake. I would do some Qigong. There's a Qigong method I can do while laying down. I would do some mindset stuff. I would do some prayers. And then gently I would get up. Then I think about what my body wants to eat as breakfast. And I make myself a beautiful breakfast. And most of the time I would eat alone because in our family we are quite busy. Everyone has different things to do. So I will watch something which is empowering or which is, sparking my curiosity, or something which makes me giggle, but no news. And then after that, I will start my work, whatever I have to do, plan for the day. Oh, there's a hair. Whatever I have to do for the day. And then at noon, I may look some news to see, to get an update on what's happening on the planet. And I will eat, will maybe do some prayers, and maybe also Qigong, it depends. And then I will go back to work or will do something, whatever I was planning for the day. And now the difference comes with the evening. In the evening, of course, I will watch some news. I may also go more into detail into it if my curiosity is sparked. And then after that, at 9 o'clock, stop. No more news, and nothing which is, which could spark anxiety or which could spark an ongoing thought process. I would call it my research mode, because this can go out of hand, and it's different to every person. So from 9 o'clock on, that's it. I will maybe read a book, I maybe hang out with friends or with family, or I will watch something which I really enjoy watching. And as I still can't travel like I would have done before, so sometimes I watch nowadays movies. I started that in 2020, and beautiful locations. Actually, the story is not that important, but I'm soaking in the beautiful pictures from that location. Or I will play some adventure games. I love adventure games. I will do stuff like that. And before I'm ready to go to bed, I will maybe read something which is relaxing, which makes me dream, which makes me dreamlike. And then I will go to bed and do some visualizations, some thankfulness, some gratefulness, and then I will fall asleep. And that is changing readings, just card readings, energy readings, brain science, and healing. And the way it goes is like this. People come to me, and online, of course, and then very powerful guided meditation. And by the end of it, you will get an MP3 that you can listen to every day, so you can reinforce the things we had in that pamper session. So if you want to invest into yourself and feel better and have maybe some tools you never thought about before, then you just go and click on the link below and you can book a session with me. And the last thing I want to mention is that if you're a woman 45 plus, please have a look. It's also on the page that I will have a free event for 3 days, a free event for 3 days, a training for women 45 plus to transform their life and to live their mission. I wish you all a blessed and peaceful week, and I wish this also for the whole planet. Thank you. Bye-bye.